Okay, so I know I promised the whole beatdown battle video, but Masayuki and Rimuru came out, and I have to say, this Masayuki has the single dumbest mechanic I've ever seen in my life. Why is it that whenever this game decides they want to be cute and introduce a new gimmick, it almost always sucks? Why are they so incapable of just coming up with an interesting gimmick? I, for one, don't actually think that the whole being able to use a skill multiple times is a bad gimmick like most people did with the Primal Demon Violet. I actually thought it was a really cool gimmick. It wasn't that hurt Violet, it was the fact that she only buffs Primal Demons. That's what hurt Violet, because that means there are only 7 characters in the entire franchise that she could ever buff. It makes her quite the limited protector. But Masayuki's kit is so weird and stupid. The whole Inspire gimmick is fucking dumb. Why do I need to hit someone 30 times in order to max out his attack? With the level of power creep we saw in the last meta, why couldn't he just give the physical characters 40%? Hell, he's already beholden to physical characters. He's already doing nothing for half the game. More than half, because there are significantly more magic characters than there are physical characters. Realistically, he's already doing nothing for like 3/4 of the game, and yet I still have to jump through these fucking hoops? These really stupid hoops? Like, don't get me wrong, I'm sure the next units are gonna have some multi-hit state on their orbs, and they're gonna allow you to hit everyone 200 million times. Hit the enemy 16 times per orb, because fuck it, why not? Because that makes any sense. Why? Why? I didn't really understand the multi-state hate, the what? The multi-hit state. Can't speak. When it first came out, because I'm like, that's cool and all, but I don't really give a shit whether or not my normal orbs do damage. Inspire is literally just live mode from the Idolmaster collab, because just instead of a 2% attack with each attack, it's a 4%. So it's a little bit better. If you can actually max this out, Masayuki is going to have you building damage like crazy. Like, part of the thing that makes power creep so impactful is the fact that usually when it happens, it's very accessible. Like the previous meta, the Ogre's Pride meta, that was a stupid amount of power creep, because if you just have Benimaru and Momiji, then you just do millions of damage by existing. You don't have to do anything special. The two of them just exist together and you do millions of damage. This motherfucker requires you to have a very specific team setup in order to do anything. And on top of that, he's like the worst green stacking protector ever, because he doesn't raise your skill point increase on greens. You need to have Geld do that, who's exclusive to this team. It's not even like he's a generic free-to-play unit. He has to be on this one team to be useful, which doesn't irritate me as much as it irritates other people. They're free-to-play units. Fucking grow up. As someone who's used to playing Dragon Ball Legends, I'm happy I have free-to-play units that can be used at all in any capacity, because more often than not in Legends, those free-to-play units are just a nice piece of artwork to look at and nothing else. If you're going to make a free-to-play character that essential to making the protector fucking useful, because even if Masayuki did not have such a stupid gimmick, the fact that he does not raise skill point gain on greens means he is effectively the worst protector ever. Like, we're going all the way back to the first anniversary. First anniversary Veldora does not increase skill point gain on greens. We are about to hit the 3rd anniversary, and this Masayuki, while he's doing modern day damage, apparently the rest of his kit has flown back to 2021 or 2022, because the rest of his kit is just 1st anniversary Veldora. That's it. That's the rest of his kit. It's 1st anniversary Veldora. This guy is Overlord Rimuru, but worse. He'll do more damage, but he still sucks. I don't understand what the point of this Masayuki was. First of all, I would have him just generically stacking in some capacity. And even if you want to split magic and physical, I mean, I really hate that, but fine. But he should have some type of generic stacking of 10% or 12% or, you know, whatever, attack, weakness, strike, alt damage, whatever the fuck you want it to be. He needs to have something like that. And then this Inspire state, if you want to have your extra damage on orbs, fine. Just give them like a 10% buff per orb. Not a 4% buff per attack up to 40%. Just do like a 10% attack buff per orb. Max 60%. If you want to keep the number at 40, then fucking make it work. Make it work yourself. I'm not doing that math right now. And then obviously you really don't need to be giving the skill point gain on greens to the free-to-play battle unit. The protector should have that. Being able to use skills multiple times is great. I like that mechanic, but the only reason it even exists on Masayuki is so that you can use Geld. I'm not stupid. I know the only reason you did that was so that you could just use Geld multiple times so that he can do the job that you should have had Masayuki doing. There was no purpose behind that. I'm sure we're gonna get some support unit that has just like Blong has a 0 skill buff that wants to be used 100 times in a fight, but fuck off. Nothing about Masayuki's kit makes sense. It's either completely weird and stupid, or it's counterintuitive, or it just exists because he does lower skill, the skill point cost, just like the Overlord Rimuru and the Veldora. I have half a mind to say Veldora's better, because at least it's easier to get Veldora's maximum power. Just because you can out-damage another protector doesn't make you a better protector. It's the reason why I still hold that Overlord Rimuru is the best protector in the game. There are plenty of protectors that out-damage him, but as we've now seen with this Masayuki, it seems as though they just have no interest in making another green stacking protector that can do what Rimuru does as well or better than he does it. Masayuki will give you more damage than Overlord Rimuru. I'd rather use him over Masayuki any day. Shit, I'd rather use First Anniversary Veldora over this Masayuki. I don't understand this character. Also, Rimuru, the new Rimuru, best looking aesthetically the best looking Rimuru we've ever gotten. Selfish little bitch, that's what he is. Also, cycling back to Geld, fuck me for ever actually wanting a summonable, you know, DPS Geld, especially with his armor. Like, do you know how actually cool it would be to finally get a Geld that does the whole rot thing that he did in Season 2? I've been waiting for that, and then they finally give us an armored Geld, and he's just a stupid, bad free-to-play unit. Not only does this game not understand how to make interesting concepts, they also just have no interest in diversity of characters. We just get the same fucking 8 characters over and over and over again. And whenever they do give us something different, and they're usually restricted at best and just flat out bad at worst. Fuck my hopes of ever actually having a summonable Geld that would be fun to use.